was younger, my favorite part of fishing was just being able to go out and catch fish and being able to get something out of nothing, really. But now that I competitive fish, it's just the thrill of trying to compete to win, just like you'd feel in any other sport. It was a hard decision to quit football to fish because I really did love to play football. I did love to, play with the guys. But I decided that I needed to devote my time and effort and money to fishing because that's my life goal, is to be a professional angler, and I felt like I had a lot better chance of doing that than going anywhere in football. I started fishing 15 years ago. When I prepare for a competition, I like to go out and go through my boat. I like to get everything ready the night before, and I don't know, I just like to mentally prepare myself because mostly fishing's a mental game. This summer, I'd say I probably won about $1,500. So far, I have competed in a lot of tournaments. I've won junior state championship twice, so I've been to Arkansas and Georgia to fish in junior nationals. This year I'm going out to Maryland to fish because I qualified for a tournament out there. And I do a lot of local stuff around Lansing, on Lake Lansing, the Grand River, Sleepy Hollow, and stuff like that. Usually I'm competing against, in a local tournament, I'm usually competing against about 30 other boats. On a big scale tournament, it's in about the 80 to 100 boat range. Most people that fish, they just think it's, you go out and you cast a bobber in the water, and when it goes under, you catch a fish and you use a worm and a minnow or whatever, but it's so much more than that. It's the same. It's the same as like playing football or basketball. You got to work hard at it. You got to put your time in, and it's a big time commitment to be a competitive angler. I mean, most of the time when I'm not on the water, I'm doing things, just small things like reading magazine articles and watching online, fishing videos and reading forums and stuff to prepare myself. But I'd say during the summer, I usually go about 3 to 4 times a week, and a couple of those days are usually tournaments, and I'd say I'd practice about 2 to 3 days a week. Like I said before, fishing is a mental game, and when you're competing against everybody else who's competing for the same thing, it gets tough. Like when you miss a good fish and you know you missed it and you didn't put it in the boat, it's hard because at the very end of the tournament, when you go to weigh in all your fish, you think about the ones you missed, and you think about all the things you could have done different, like where you could have gone that was different, what you could have done to catch a better fish. And it's just hard because you never know what everybody else is doing. You could be having a bad day, and you could think you're having a bad day, but everybody else could be having a worse day than you. You could be having a good day and think, I got this, and you don't. When you do good, it's rewarding because you know that your time and effort paid off. It's all the time you spent practicing and thinking about everything you're doing when you're out on the water and you finally do good. It's the closure and the reward that you get that makes you feel good that you did everything right.